Hey folks, Ranger here, and if you read the title of the video, yeah, today is I'm doing a birthday haul, and technically my birthday was last week, March 16th, but yeah, 21 years old. I'm I'm old, but I don't necessarily feel my age just yet, if that makes any sense. And before I start showing off everything that I got, I just want to say thanks to everyone who's been, supporting me and, been subscribing to my YouTube channel. I know my content isn't as, fluid as most others, but, I'm just working with, what I have and, mainly prioritizing on other work that I'm mainly focusing on. As to be honest, YouTube is more of a hobby of mine, but it's good to do this sort of hobby just to get a better idea on connecting with people and stuff like that. So with that being said, thanks to everyone who celebrated my birthday with me, from friends from campus, and of course spending time with my family at Michigan. We actually stayed a few days at a nice beach house. Well, technically, it was a beach house, but it was during winter up in Michigan. Yeah, there's still a lot of snow in the area we were staying at. So, yeah, that was not exactly the greatest weather, but it was still a nice time. Got get out of town, stuff like that. So basically, my birthday haul consists of stuff that I got from the from friends I got in at campus, and also things that I got up in Michigan. So yeah, with that being said, I think we should get started. So where to start? So I guess apologies. I guess the first thing I want to show is not exact. It's just some cute little items my friends got me. Birthday card, and of course this nice bag with my name. It's probably reversed on film, but it says happy birthday Mateo. It's my real name. So thank you very much for for my good friends from campus, and they also even got me, um, some drawing premium drawing pencil sets. Since I'm an artist, they know that I like to draw a lot, and I've definitely done a lot of professional art. Well, not a whole lot, just some. As admittedly, I'm more of an exploratory artist. I don't necessarily have a specific niche of art that I work at. So, this is still really nice. You got some nice pencils and charcoal and blending tools and all that. So, will be helpful in the future. So, thank you very much. Then they even got me, if I can moving stuff around. They even got me a really nice dinosaur puzzle right here. Really nice artwork. Of course, some of the dinos are a little inaccurate, especially this Raptor or Troodon, whatever this is supposed to be. But yeah, it's really nice, and it actually has a really this set of puzzle actually has a nice poster of the cleaner image. So, and it actually reminds me of the posters from PNSO with their dinosaur models. So it's actually pretty cool. Wasn't expecting that, so it's a nice touch. And 300 pieces, won't be too long to build. I tried to start building it before going to Michigan, though I kind of ran out of time. But I'll probably have enough time when I go to my gamers meeting at campus. So, yep, really nice puzzle set here. So, thank you very much. And then, if I can, what else to show? And because I'm trying to pick some of the things I got on from friends from campus, and then heading to the stuff I got from Michigan. I guess the next thing I want to show is a figure that I technically already have, but it's kind of a little different. So basically, I got the Bandai Muimon series of Biolante. Now I already did have this figure since I got it during G Fest. I think it was G Fest 2018. 18, I think. So I had my Biollante for a little while, but it doesn't exactly hurt to have a spare. And my friend, and he is also a kaiju fan, also. So you know, so it does bother me. But actually, this figure that he actually got me, it actually has a little different from the one I already had because Biolante's main body here is a little bit more glossy, kind of looks a little bit more wet when compared to the one I already got, which has more of a basic vinyl look per se with the green vinyl. So, there's an extra touch. So I'm not sure if Bandai did an extra run of Biolante here or, this or my version. And also, this Biolante gave me actually has nicer paint, anyways, because the one I got at G Fest had a bit of paint issues, particularly her. I think it was this side of the mouth had some really bad paint splotches, so I had to patch that up. I mean, you still can't see it, but it's nice that this new one that my friend got me came with less quality control issues. So thank you very much for this. And I actually am planning to do a project with the other Biolante I already got, with which mainly I'm thinking of making basically a display set for her, but I'll probably show that when I start posting it on Instagram. So yeah, so something that you guys might look forward to. And then I figured that I ordered some things from Amazon, and of course one of them is the Collectate Deluxe Adaphosaurus. So it's actually a really nice model. I've been trying to kind of expand, collecting prehistoric models, and this really cool creature, But of course, it has some nostalgia thanks to Walking with Monsters from BBC. So pretty cool. And, has a nice, cute little face. And actually, I did got the Collectate Dimetrodon when I went to the Film Museum last year. So this will be a nice companion piece with that. And both figures are actually in the deluxe line. So this might actually scale well with it. I haven't had the chance to really put them with one another since I've been up in Michigan. But, it's still a really nice model here. So, yeah, really cool here. And then some movies that I did order off of Amazon. The first one I want to show is the Valley of Gwangi. Yeah, really nice movie from Ray Harryhausen. You can see the back. So yeah, if you guys remember from my older account, for those who did, you just follow me on an older account before it got hacked, unfortunately. Basically what I did during Jurassic June last year was that I basically marathoned some dinosaur movies, not necessarily related to Jurassic, but other dino movies. Some of them I haven't seen prior to when I did Jurassic June last year. So I was really happy when I finally got a chance to see the Valley of Gwangi, and also 1 million years BC. And to be perfectly honest, out of the two Harryhausen dinosaur films, I guess technically 3 if you count the Beast from 20,000 Fathoms, but I might check that out one day. But yeah, so the Valley of Gwangi, I think it's a little bit more superior in terms of quality, and it's just an overall really fun movie with some great stop motion. Like, it has some of the best dinosaur effects in any film, period. Like, to be honest, this is kind of an underrated gem, honestly. So yeah, really great movie. And yeah, so I really like the DVD. The poster is a little weird because Gwangi, I'm not sure you guys can see, Gwangi here has an ankylosaur tail, so it's kind of a weird design choice. And also the overall style, you can see, a big hunky man defending for poor defenseless lady. It was the 1960s, so that's to be expected with monster movies. So yeah, so yep, really cool here. And then, uh, a cult classic that I cannot pass up on not having in my collection, and it is of course the Land Before Time Blu-ray. Yeah, yeah. This is definitely a childhood favorite of mine. The first movie is a cult classic. It has the sequels did not age over well. I'm sorry, but I've seen the clips of the sequels over time, and I did of course watch the Land Before Time sequels a lot in my youth because what are dinosaur loving kids wouldn't, but as an adult I definitely see them as meh. But the first movie, it's a cult classic. It's definitely a cult classic. It has some of the more depressing scenes in a dinosaur movie and in any animated movie actually. So really cool, and this nice because animation is also a big part of me also. So yeah, really glad to have the Land Before Time in my collection finally. And also, before I actually started getting to some of the things I got in Michigan, and I got one more figure that I ordered from Amazon. It is the Godzilla vs. Kong Playmates Skullcrawler with the little heave and also with the battle damaged piece on its back. It is a really nice figure, and currently the only official 6-inch Skullcrawler on the market, and that's not including the horrendous amounts of bootlegs I've been seeing on Amazon. Oh my god! When I was trying to look for this guy online, there are so many bootlegs. Like, why are there so many bootlegs of the Playmates and Bandai's and NECA figures these days? Like, seriously, just stick. Like, I get it. Like, most people, they would be alright with just bootlegs as placeholders, but I don't know. I'm just not a fan of bootlegs these days, honestly. But anyways, the Playmates Skullcrawler, really nice figure. It does have some minor paint issues on mine, but nothing too serious that you really can't see once you get up close. And thankfully, one of them isn't with the eyes, as I have heard seen photos of some Skullcrawler eyes being misplaced. Thankfully, mine isn't. I'm not sure if you guys can see. So really happy about that. And I'm overall glad that my Skullcrawler is in one piece. Thankfully, as admittedly I did have to pay just a little bit on the aftermarket price, but it wasn't too bad. So I'm still happy with my Skullcrawler here. And also it does come with the nice heave ship here. So yeah. So really happy to have a Skullcrawler in my collection. So yep, really nice figure here. Now getting to the things I did got in Michigan. First thing is one of my cousins decided to give me some Jurassic World Dominion candy. Yeah, so you can see here. Apparently a lot of she did got this at get like a gas convenience store. My brain isn't working. I just got back from vacay, so yeah. Of course, this is a promo with the Dilophosaurus. Yeah, so it's nothing too major. I eat this while I'm at campus each week. So yep. And then why not show off some nice Michigan fudge? Yeah, if anyone near the place of Mackinac or Mackinac, grab yourself some fudge. You will not regret it. So, yep, I'll definitely be sharing these with some friends. So, yeah. So, next thing I want to show that I got, I visited the local Walmart there, and picked up some things. One of the first ones I got is the DVD of The Good Dinosaur. Yep. Now I know not a whole lot of people are not necessarily too fond of The Good Dinosaur. I personally like it. I mean, I can understand some of his faults, considering, it's from Pixar. Maybe it could have been a little bit better in terms of quality and its storytelling. But, I still think it's a really good, heartfelt movie, And to be honest, it is rather harmless, honestly. Okay, maybe it's not so harmless as it was kind of didn't do too well in the box office, but I still still really like this movie, and that's another thing I'm trying to do is actually collect more or less more digital copies of dinosaur movies. So you saw me already have Guanji, Land Before Time, and of course The Good Dinosaur. Others I want to pick up is probably 1 million years BC and a couple of others that I have in mind. So yeah, so there's another edition of my growing dinosaur media collection, if you could say that. So a nice pickup. And then I had to get and of course there was a clearance section with some dinosaur folders. Yeah, you can see that they go back and forth. So, yep, really cool. So definitely be helpful when I go to classes. So, yep, really nice there. Then last thing I want to show that I got at Walmart, it is the Jurassic World Dominion Extreme Damage Q Q Cumelisaurus. I'm probably butchering the name. It's an obscure species of a Belosaurus, so but I saw it and I was like, what the heck? It's not a species that barely anyone knows, that only Mattel has really, done the time to really make. So, yeah. And it's actually really a nice a Belosaur figure, even if you're not familiar with the species. Like, it has, nice, iconic, stubby Belosaur arms and the more shorter snout here. So, very nice. And overall really love the colors, especially the red on the throat and mouth, so really nice. And of course the action feature is pretty fun. Yep, so really nice little figure that I got at my local Walmart. And fortunate enough that I got an Extreme Damage figure from Walmart, since Walmart isn't exactly the greatest right now when it comes to supplying certain merchandise, especially Mattel figures. So, yeah, pretty fortunate to find that. Now, next item I want to show is a pretty interesting one. So, what I got here is basically sort of a fold up pan flip, something called Sasquatch, Yeti, and Other Wild Men in the World. Now I was being more up in Michigan with more wilderness and stuff like that. Of course, that is to expect certain reports of Bigfoots or Sasquatch. To be completely honest, I'm actually in the minority where I actually do believe that these sort of creatures exist, because if I can actually unfold it here, you can see it's really cool. You got all sorts of facts and theories on how these beings would have evolved and stuff like that. Now, like I said, I do believe that these creatures exist, because I don't think it's a coincidence that a lot of these hominids or hairy men would be reported all over the world, and people would randomly say, "Oh, Bigfoot is just a guy in an ape suit." Well, if that's the case, then how do you explain other reports of other man-like beasts around the world, like the Yeti, Yeren, Orang Pendek, and so yeah, I'm a firm believer that these beings exist, especially after watching the Animal Planet show Finding Bigfoot. I actually do recommend that show. It's actually pretty entertaining, and I actually do believe that those people who the guys who do the show, I believe that they are legit. They're, I probably wouldn't tell if they were fake or not, but I definitely believe, they take their work seriously, and, all the evidence that they present, they discuss, talking to witnesses and stuff like that. It makes me, I'm more confident that these beings, exist, you know. So, yeah, definitely had to pick up, at least, one squatchy thing while I was up in Michigan. And yeah, and also I don't have these with me, but I actually have some stickers with Sasquatch also that I got from my cousin's boyfriend. So, yep, just want to say that. Now, the last thing I want to show is a pretty interesting item. While I was up in Michigan, I tried, visiting some of the local stores there because, when you're vacationing, you like to get some souvenirs, stuff like that. Unfortunately, not a lot of the stores were open because, the more winter weather, some businesses don't do exactly what them. It's more or less, it's a kind of area that does a bit better in the summer. And I don't necessarily blame it because, there was one day when I was up there where the wind was really windy. And so all the snow and stuff like that would make it, pretty difficult to travel and stuff like that. But so I was, I did visit, one of the stores and, found this interesting piece as, it was more or less a hobby store with some, some toys and, other merchandise. And I stumbled across this set from a company called Nanoblocks. You can see here, this, of course, a set with a T-Rex. Now, basically, Nanoblocks it's kind of like Lego, but I believe that it's more or less adult collector's range. As you can see, it says 15 and up because, these pieces are actually a little bit smaller than Lego. So, all the more reason why to keep these away from, little kids. So, yeah, and I wasn't too sure if this was like a bootleg set or something like that, but I actually did some digging, before I made this purchase, and it turns out this is actually a legit company who actually have done other intellectual properties. Like while I was there, I also saw the Crash Bandicoot set, and I also, when I was looking online, I saw plenty of Pokemon sets. So it's actually really cool. And what really sold me was, and if I can turn around the back end, also another thing that I wanted to get a set is this really nice T-Rex art. This is actually a really nice T-Rex art. You can see how menacing it looks, and also it actually has some scientific. It's actually really pretty accurate despite being an intimidating T-Rex, which I'll probably discuss if I end up reviewing this someday. But yeah, but what actually sold me on getting this set was actually the fact, if I can find the label, is it's been distributed by Bluefin and Bandai Namco. So yeah, basically the same guys who would help distribute, SH Monster Arts and Figure Arts. So yeah, so that sold me over the edge. And, I just really when I was younger, I did enjoy building Legos a lot. So, this will bring back, some good memories, even though, the pieces here are a lot more tinier and will probably be a bit more complex. But yeah, you can see, the full images of the already built T-Rex. I don't know what pieces it comes with. So yeah, really happy to make this purchase, and will definitely be a fun build to do. So yeah, so overall that's all I got from my birthday. Pretty nice haul that I got there. So yeah, so again, thank you guys, for anyone who follows me on Instagram, thank you for all the little birthday wishes you made me and stuff like that. So really appreciative, and, definitely helps build my confidence a little bit over time. So yeah, so thank you guys, so much for watching, and, thank you if you stop by at the end of the video, seeing my face and explain all those things I got. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.